The Leaving Today podcast, the show about the news, history, and attractions of the Disneyland Resort.
Well, come on, Wendy. Let's go.
But where are we going?
To Neverland.
Neverland.
Hello. Welcome to the Leaving Today podcast, episode number 94. If you can't believe it. Is that what it is tonight? 94? Mm-hmm. I think it is. Shoot. I'm getting old here now. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the left of me is the game changer herself, Jess.
Hello.
All right. Now sitting to the right of me is the Trail Masher Puppets himself, Hury.
Hi.
Hello, welcome so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight or today or whenever you're taking time to tune in to us. Maybe you're on your commute to work or to school, or maybe you're taking a trip. Maybe you just want to pass the time away. Anyways, we're so happy you are joining us tonight. Let's see here. If this is your first time listening, thank you so much for joining us. I think you'll like it here. The water's warm. Mm-hmm. If it's you are a repeat offender of our show, then welcome home. All right, a couple things. Let's see. If you'd like to be a Patreon member, we make it really super easy for you. Go to leavingtodaypodcast.com and check out our Patreon link on the right-hand side, I think it is. Mm-hmm. You can do that, and you have a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. And with that, we have some prize packs coming, and you get to be on the show, come up with a topic, and also we are going to be putting some new content on there. Udi's Soapbox is going to be on there. We're going to try to coax Jess into doing something. Yes, Jess? She's going to tell us she's going to give us her review of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or we can coax into doing something, right? Like a 10-minute.
Possibly.
Okay. Udi was going to say something.
You need to do like music related, I think.
What do you mean? Like guess that?
Or no,
like
whatever.
Game?
You can talk about like your favorite song or whatever.
We're going to have 13 on there, and she can talk about all the merchandise that comes out.
Sure, you guys can do that.
Yeah, I was going to do one,
yes.
But I had technical difficulties figuring out my new recording device.
Oh, but did you ever figure it out now?
Kind of.
Okay. Once you get that down, let me know. We can put it on there.
Oh, yeah, it'll go on.
Okay. Hey, if you like the show, you can also go to Apple iTunes and leave us a review. We definitely need those. Give us a rating and write something up, good or bad. We can always improve. We want to hear from you guys, and that helps everyone out. Also, the holidays are coming up, so if you guys shop on Amazon, just do us a little favor and go to our site first and click on the Amazon logo and then order away. All right? Because then you guys get the same Amazon stuff, and we get a little bit of a kickback. Mm-hmm. Keeps the show going. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Me too. Jess, did you do that?
I don't order on Amazon anymore.
Where'd you get that custom phone case?
Verizon Wireless.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Darn it. Foiled again. Mm-hmm. All right. So episode 94, tonight we have a special guest on. It's going to be Marcy Smothers. We're going to do a little catching up with her. And then we have some news first. And what do we have one-on-one tonight? Or what's going on?
We'll see.
We'll see?
We'll see.
Okay. Yeah. So tonight's opening question for the show. Tonight is the last night of the Main Street Electrical Parade, and it's not going away forever, I assume. And I'm sure it'll be back at some point. What would you guys like to see them replace it with? Any sort of parade, extended fireworks? How about nothing going on in the evenings?
It's at DCA, right?
No, it's
at Disneyland.
It's at Disneyland. Would you rather Main Street just had no events in the evening, or do you want to have something
Paint the Night?
Paint the Night come back for the holidays?
I like Paint the Night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you'd be down with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Udi?
I don't care.
But you have to care. Something.
Empty.
Yeah, I'd be down with empty.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a big parade guy right now.
Nope.
But Panther Night would be good. But I assume there's going to be some sort of Christmas thing, right?
Well, I think I've said it before. We need to go ground up.
What do you mean?
New one.
Oh, yeah.
Like a holiday. Why not? A holiday, brand new one. Why not?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty good. No, but I think an evening where there's not people just milling around waiting for something would actually help things go. So I'd be curious to know. I don't even know what's going on tonight or tomorrow night instead of the show, instead of Main Street Electrical Parade.
Actually,
you don't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, that's good. We do research on
I don't
that.
pay attention to that.
Yeah, obviously I don't pay attention to that either. All right.
Might as well hit the notes.
Yeah. All right. So with that, let's go to our news.
You listen to me now. You are talking about things that you do not understand.
All right. Tonight's news, we've got a few things to talk about. Remember we talked about Disney cutting entertainment out of the parks and all that stuff, and we're kind of wondering what was going to happen. Well, good news. Music and magic is coming to Frontierland and the Golden Horseshoe. Last week, Disneyland announced a new entertainer coming to Frontierland, and the show set to take Laughingstock's place at the Golden Horseshoe. Starting this week, yes, he's Roman. He's not Greek.
Being a toga.
Yeah. A roaming magician is going to be performing magic throughout Frontierland.
Et tu, Brute? No joke? What? Come on, right.
This magician is expected to stay throughout the fall season, but this is really meant to be a temporary entertainment fix until the real show begins later in the season. Although having walk-around characters and entertainers like the citizens of Calico during Knott's Ghost Town Alive or citizens of Buena Vista Street at DCA would be a very welcome addition. I said that with the wrong tone, but anyways, they're talking about having live performers, and we were just talking about that earlier, how Frontierland used to have those guys and girls walking around and, harassing.
That's how it should be.
Yes, harassing the guests to get into the show, or maybe that kind of stuff's kind of fun. That should totally be.
Magician is dumb.
Is it dumb?
Why would there be a magician in Frontierland?
Well, it depends on how they portray him.
Okay.
That's the way I think.
I'm envisioning him in a tuxedo.
Well, okay. And I would disagree with that. But I see it too. That's why I'm like, it depends on how he comes out and how he interacts. And
where would a magician fit in what
Main Street?
Main Street?
In the magic shop.
Good
That's
call
where he
right
should
there.
stay.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah. In my mind's eye, I was thinking maybe in New Orleans Square, but no, probably not.
No.
You'd have to dress him up as like a voodoo.
Yeah,
thank
you.
I
was going to go there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be fine.
Well, yeah,
you
but
could make it a magician.
Yep.
Like Dr. Facilier, just make
That's
him.
what I'm talking about. That guy shows up in New Orleans Square.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier.
And where's he from again?
Princess and the Frog.
Okay. So, yeah, that guy walks around and does stuff.
He doesn't do magic tricks.
What does
or
he
anything.
do?
He just walks around and takes pictures. He
Yep.
doesn't do anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of like the Red the pirate.
Yeah, she can get hit with the cannonball too.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
glad to have me back, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
because I agree with you on that one. I don't like that red. Anyway.
The replacement for Laughingstock is set to be a dueling piano show that will play classic tunes from the Wild West as well as take requests from guests. While the idea of a dueling piano show might be fun, we can't help but feel underwhelmed given the rich history of this location.
No, it'll be good because it's going to be, as long as they keep the music like old Western.
Yep.
And they are dressed to the part.
Yes.
And they bring people in.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean crowd guests?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. But and then interact. Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I can't help thinking that maybe 6 to 12 months from now we're going to have a new stage show.
Yeah, I mean, and if they ham it up between each other as they're dueling or whatnot,
They make it fun, turn around, pull your gun out, and shoot them.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yes, and I actually might go and watch that.
I will.
Yeah,
I totally will.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
When we go in December.
Yeah. Yes, I know. Are you going to go in December, Jess? Oh, okay. All right. Next item is parades. The Main Street Electrical Parade ends tonight. So fans of the classic parade have one more week, or actually it got about 3 hours, before it glows away again. The parade is scheduled at 8:40 and 10:45 tonight. The Mickey and Friends Band T Classic Cavalcade will return to Disneyland starting Tuesday, October 1st, with daily performances at 1:30 and 3:30. The processional is on the calendar at least and through the end of October and will likely be a placeholder until a Christmas Fantasy Parade begins November 8th.
There you go.
Are you going to watch that Christmas Fantasy Parade? Would you ever go?
I would.
You would go watch that? You're not even a parade guy.
No, but I would do that.
Okay, would you watch that?
I've seen it too many times.
Okay.
I would go. I haven't.
Okay.
I'd go one time.
All right. ESPN Zone. Ooh, Disney has filed a building permit for work to take place at the former ESPN Zone location, but is keeping details of the project under wraps for now. The description on the permit application reads, due to confidentiality, scope will be added at issuance.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you guys think?
Funko Pop.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Your Funko Pop.
That's a big building.
No, but remember, what did I say? Like Funko on top and then something underneath. I don't remember what.
A bar? The Funko
Sure.
bar?
Sure.
I don't know. It's a big building.
No, I know. I've been in it. I don't know. I wonder.
I have no idea. Yeah. No, it's too big.
No, I mean, I think you underestimate. No, you don't. You know about Funko now.
I know about Funko.
You know about Funko now.
There's not enough to take up that, even like the entire top floor.
Yeah, there is.
Honestly, I don't think so.
Would you? How about
No,
like
I mean, they're not gonna do it, but it would be cool.
I wonder if it'd be another restaurant.
No.
No,
I think they're done with restaurants.
I would agree.
Well,
I think it's flooded up right now. I think it's
They need more of an income, like a merchandise revenue.
How about like a bowling alley?
That would be a good idea. I think that it would do really well in
they need
downtown
another
Disney.
brewery in there too.
And a movie theater?
Maybe like a winery, an In-N-Out burger,
Oh,
No, a
don't get me
winery.
started
Hold
with
on,
that.
a winery.
like a wine tasting room.
I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking of where it is, and I'm like trying to figure out
They
what.
could do a brewery, like where they brew their beers.
Right.
there.
But
the
they-
building is big
But
enough.
don't they have? Is it Lagunitas or something like that? That's
I don't think that they brew them there.
No.
What is
on
there?
site?
Nothing.
No, it's Sculpin, right, or something.
Sculpin, yeah, but
Oh,
I
there
don't.
we go.
Do they brew the beers on site?
You got
No,
me
I
right. I have
doubt it.
no
I
idea.
doubt it. I don't think any building.
I can't remember if I
No.
turned
They
around
don't.
and we saw that there were the machines like in
The
the
back. Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I can't either.
But anyways,
Well, we
I
shall
have no idea.
speculate. I mean, but what would you like to see then? I mean, and you actually are serious
Honestly-
about.
Oh, I'm 100% serious about Funko.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in so long.
No,
I have no idea what I would like to see there.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope it's not just a straight merchandise shop. I want it to be something like unique to downtown
Immersive?
Disney. Yeah, I want it to be immersive.
Yeah, but what,
But what is it?
I don't know.
Because it seems like they've tried a lot of things down there in downtown Disney, and some of them work, some of them don't. I mean, like, what? I think some of those shops are kind of odd there. Like
I agree.
That Quicksilver shop.
Yep.
I mean, right? The only time we've went in there,
But it's convenient because if you forget a pair of shorts,
Oh, Udi forgot a belt or something, right? Isn't that what we went in there for?
Yep.
Did you end up getting one there?
No.
Yeah.
it's expensive. But if
Yes.
Why?
you're in need that bad, especially because it's right there by the Grand,
Dude, I need some
People
board
do
shorts.
it.
I need my board shorts now.
you need to go swimming.
Okay, really? Okay.
So
Yeah, my drawers are falling out. I'm
Yeah.
like pulling up my shorts. I'm like, yeah, I need a belt.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what it is. It better not be a Starbucks. What?
No.
they could do like a big 2-story Starbucks.
Well, like they have that 4-story one in Chicago now.
Well, but
Oh,
the
I
one
didn't
in
know that.
Shanghai Disneyland,
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
they have a 2-story Starbucks.
Oh, wait a minute. Is anything open in the Rainforest Cafe? Or is that still empty?
It's empty.
Yeah, empty.
Man.
All the money they'd still be making if that was
Right?
That should be
Right.
like an expanded, like Trader Sam's Skipper Cantina type of place.
I don't know.
It's already decorated. That
Well,
way.
I
One of
think they
those
go
two
back to rainforest, in my opinion.
It should be
Yeah.
Rainforest.
Go back.
It was always booked, always
Yeah.
packed.
That's the
Always.
real reason why you haven't gone back, because they don't have the Caesar
Yeah,
salad.
my Caesar salad. That's probably an accurate statement.
Okay, well, we shall speculate this. All right.
Funko Pop.
All right. Now, no shocking here. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is having a big media push on ABC right now.
Barf.
In inventive galactic proportions.
Jesus.
The Disney family of television networks, ABC, Freedom, Disney Channel, blah, 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 ESPN, will offer Easter eggs, vacation giveaways, and sneak peeks into the newsland to come to both Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland Resort Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh, from morning to night, all day, viewers will be feeling the force on ABC's daytime and syndication lineup of, okay, whatever.
You know what that tells me? Well, I'll let you finish on.
I don't need to say everything that's going on.
No,
with
please
that.
don't.
Yeah, no, because I don't even want to know.
Let's just cut to the chase.
They are hurting.
For certain.
No, I'm gonna go with yeah and no.
They're hurting. It's not doing what they wanted it to do, and so they're shoving it in everyone's faces.
See, listeners, this is what we've missed right here.
Two of them. No. I agree with you. I agree with you at a point. The other thing is that they are pushing it because we have the movie coming out, and they're trying to make sure everybody's getting hyped for that. Finale, yada yada yada. I can go on and on and on. I can see them sitting around and all the promotion guys going, "Ooh, yeah, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?" So I think it's a twofold. I think one, yeah, it is not performing the way they want to, but that is their own fault. And we've talked about already. It's because it's not a full envisioned land. They opened it too soon.
Yep.
Plain and simple. And I think they're trying to build it for Episode 9. I think that is why it's getting now push. So yeah, it is definitely not doing what they want, but again, their fault. And I think Rise opens up, and they fully envision it, and then I think that is when the last switch will go on.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I think so.
Now I would watch the 2-hour primetime special. I don't care. My mother feels the same way I do, and she said it was stupid.
Well, again,
really?
Oh yeah, she said it was stupid. She goes, "It looks great." She goes, "But there's nothing to do there."
Again, same argument that is the argument that goes across the board. When Rise opens up, it's going to change it. But
that's only one thing.
No, because it affects half of the land.
It's one attraction that you're waiting for.
No, but it affects half of the land.
How?
Nope, nothing there. You walk through there. So there's no reason to be there. There's no ambiance. There's no people. There's no nothing here because people are just walking through. But when people kind of queue up and then you can get people milling around, and they're going to add more to it. They have to. You're going to get a better vibe. What if they don't? Then we'll have to look at how it is when people walk in.
Because to me, it's just one more attraction.
I
understand what you're saying, but it's just like it's only one more ride.
No, and again, the thing is, what they're going to bring, what I shared that video. I don't know if you saw it.
I don't know which one.
Basically, a little bit of behind the scenes, and talks about Daisy and
Finn
and
Poe
and they talk about what they did for the attraction. And dude, it looks pretty amazing.
I have no doubt it's going to be amazing. But for people, let's say for people that have gone, you guys have gone, you've experienced it.
Yeah.
How much is one ride going to change the way you look at the rest of the land?
It all depends on what else they do. No, it is a fair question, and I think it has a huge difference because it now makes it where you're going to stay. One of the biggest complaints is, like you said, there's nothing to do. For the average person, you're like, walk through.
You could literally walk through, ride a ride, have a beer, and then be done.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have beer there, do they?
No, they have alcohol.
They
whatever.
have alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
No, I agree, but I have a feeling that they can see this now. That all the cuts that Chapek did, that Chapek did, are now coming up, going, okay, we knew we should have done it, and we didn't. Now they're not making the revenue. Now they're going to have to spend the money.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah. So the potential, it's floating right here. And what they do after Rise is going to be huge. And I feel like they're going to have to. They have no choice.
Well, Jess, I mean, if you're on the fence, I'm not sure if you're even on the fence of going to see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
No.
But does Rise make you push you in that direction?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
No, but you're going to walk it.
Well, I mean, eventually.
You're going to go. Yeah. I mean, when you go, I think you're going to go.
I'm not like when we get to the park, that's not gonna be the first thing we do.
No.
That might be something we do day 3,
Yeah.
day 4.
That's
Like,
totally cool.
And you know, and again, that's one thing that they did right is like you don't have to make it. They're not when you walk in, they're not shoving it down
Right.
your face.
It
at
is
all.
very separate from everything else.
yeah.
And that was crucial to me
yeah, it's huge.
because like you, I was like, this better not screw up the flow of the park.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
Not
Absolutely doesn't.
even a little
No,
bit.
and I don't think it does.
No.
But yeah, I still have no desire.
Okay.
Well, no, and then you're not the demographic anyway.
Right.
So I get that.
No. But I mean, now that Jess is talking about this, I'm super stoked about Rise, but is it enough
Well, you know,
by
again,
itself?
by itself, I think it is a big leap.
Yeah.
But no, the final all the way to the finish line, no.
No, I mean, there's
No.
still a lot. There's still, you're right. There's still a lot they need to do to get this
when
thing
you
going.
finally go, but you're gonna by the time you go, Rise is gonna be open.
Mm-hmm.
So you may have a different experience than what we did initial.
Yeah.
So it may be different.
And Disney and Disneyland has a long tradition of using its mechanisms, its vehicles like ABC and stuff to push to drive guests into the park. So this is really nothing new that they're doing it, but
it's pretty big.
But the amount of stuff that they're covering, I think Jess is right about that. It's they're saying we need to get these things in here.
Oh yeah, no, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
And and some of the stuff that I saw, they're making it seem like you can just walk in the Olga's and then walk over and then get build your own lightsaber. You just can't do that. You got to make reservations and stuff. And I'd like to see more of activities that you can do without spending money. That part's bothersome to me. But again, there's value into that.
Well, the one thing they do not have, which they need to do, is a place to park and be. They don't have it.
That's true. Well, wait a minute. What about the Docking Bay 7? No?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No. I'm talking like kind of now what you have the Hideaway.
Well, isn't that Olga's Cantina?
Yeah, but no, but you need a book. You need to book to get in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a place where you can go like absorb. Like when I go to Fantasyland, you go to Red Rose.
Yep.
Sit outside.
Yep.
Absorb.
Yep. I understand.
You go to Hungry Bear again. Absorb.
Yep.
You think about that. That is one of the things they need to put. That's why I said a sit down needs to happen because then you literally have a place to park and then you can absorb what's going on. There's no reason for you to slow down.
Where would you put that in the Galaxy's Edge?
Right in between, right before you go into the bazaar, coming from the resistance right. Yeah. Off to the left. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Right there. Bam.
Oh, like where that big door is.
Yep. Right in that area.
What is that big door?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyways, interesting stuff. But yeah, I think you guys are both right.
I think we each have like a little bit that is like we kind of like she's right on she's picking at things that are very accurate and so am I. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm just usually more right than she is.
Yeah.
But I would like you to go, Jess, and just see what you feel about it.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
No, and like I said, that is the beauty of it. You can go in and you can walk through and then literally act like it is not there.
Right.
Yeah, which
Like
is
gone.
great. That's
Yeah.
what we need.
Yep. So they did that. Again, I'm going to keep on praising that. They did that really right.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Next thing we talk about is the Disney Management Disco. I just named that because lately they've been cutting people out and like eliminating jobs and but I don't know if it's because Star Wars Land hasn't been as expected or someone needs to fall or point the blame at someone else because of something. I don't know what's going on, but it leaves me a little unsettled that this kind of stuff happens there. What do you guys think about that?
I usually don't have an issue with it because I think sometimes people are in areas that they need to not be in for too long. So I don't know. It depends on who. You got to take everything case by case.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no real
Yeah.
oh well.
No.
I think there are people who need to go. Chadwick being one. He needs a bye-bye.
Right.
Kathleen Kennedy. Thanks for everything, but there's the door.
Really? Oh, still no?
Oh yeah, no, that hasn't changed.
Oh.
Because that hasn't changed because I don't know where we are with episode 9.
Okay. Ooh, do you think, I just thought about this the other day, do you think in episode 9 that they're going to land in or reference Batu? Mm-hmm. I think they will too.
They should.
I
Yes, they
was
should.
watching the Resistance show cartoon.
I don't know. Oh,
And,
okay, I
yeah,
gotcha.
they mentioned it in there. I'm like,
Oh, really?
There you are.
There you are.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I just think that it just means that there's no clear direction right now with what's going on, and
I
they're
don't
still
know.
wrestling with. And this is one of the things I wanted to talk to Marcy about is why she thinks the park is empty.
Hmm.
You know, I don't want to really look a gift horse in the mouth because I think it's perfect, but the penny pinchers on the Disney side aren't thinking this is perfect, but everyone else, so the people that actually matter, are thinking this is great. You know?
And we've talked about it. I think they're trying to find that happy medium now. My after going, I think they go, okay, we don't want here, but I think the complaint has been here long enough now where this is just too much. Like you're negatively affecting where people don't want to go, and so down the road they're gonna be like, I don't want to go. It's a nut house.
It's a nut house.
Which you hear now anyway from a lot of people.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So like I said, I think the Rosetta Stone is going to be the pass that we have now. I think that's going to be the one that's going to start tweaking and moving. And I think it's going to make some actual changes in what's going on there.
Yeah, but I heard this new person, that Rebecca Campbell really doesn't have a lot of experience doing this.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing.
No, I suppose not. But I don't want to see like all the merchandise crap that gets just thrown in our direction all the time. All these things. It's just not. I guess case in point was that I got off the Jungle Cruise, and I go across to the bazaar to look for that green Jungle Cruise shirt. Mm-hmm. What do I find? A massive section on Lion King.
Yep.
It's not even represented in the park whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
I'm
it was odd.
by that. Yeah.
Yeah, I walked in and I'm like, okay.
They should have had that over at DCA for that, dare I say, cringeworthy show that we walked past. It was kind of cringeworthy, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I was like,
I've
this
seen
is not good.
far better. Yeah.
Anyways, I'll just go off of that. Actually, but that's going to wrap up the news.
Is it?
Yeah, they didn't have any more news items tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought I read one more. Hold on.
Maybe you did? Nope. I don't think so.
Oh, the executive changing?
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
Okay. So we have one-on-one with Jess?
A little one.
Okay. All right. So now it's the return of the king. No. The return of our favorite segment. It's one-on-one with Jess.
Yay.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to 101 with Jess, where we see the magic of Disney through the eyes of a passionate guardian of Walt's legacy.
Thanks, guys.
Jess, where you been?
Oh, a little here, a little there. Not Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Well, welcome back to One-on-One with Jess.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know I told you guys you couldn't be on Instagram, but you totally could have. But I posted because October 2nd, which will be what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Is going to be the first day that I walked into the park as a cast member 10 years ago.
Yep.
So I was like, man, that's so crazy. That's been 10 years since
I know.
started my Disney journey.
You do that like every year now.
I have to, but 10 years is nuts. That's a whole decade.
Yeah.
That's a decade.
That's a whole decade. So on Instagram and Facebook, I just posted, said, hey, LTP family, October 2nd will mark 10 years since Jess first walked into the park as a CM. What are some of your favorite Jess moments from the show?
Oh.
I thought it'd be fun to hear what some people had to say. So Tyler said, Disney trivia, not really on the show, just once, but had a blast. So when he got to play Disney trivia with
Oh,
us.
that's right. Oh, we got to do that again.
So much fun,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Karina,
Hi, Karina.
she says, honestly, my most favorite Jess moment is listening to her talk about watching the fireworks and how it makes her cry. That is what makes Disneyland that special place in our hearts, and she captures that so well. I was like,
That's good.
Aw.
that's a good one.
Yep.
Yes.
Eric, he says, I love it when Jess surprises the boys with stuff and they all get to experience how much they are all appreciated. Also, the fact that she is the game changer and brings balance to the tour de force. That is the LTP.
That was well put.
Oh, man.
She has provided us with some great outtakes as well. Here, kitty, kitty. Keep up the good work, Jess. Your CM perspective is a great addition to the crew.
Yes.
Agreed.
That's nice.
Begrudgingly, but yeah.
No.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked her way back in the day, hey, you need to be with us.
I know. All right, and Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Hello, Patrick.
He says, I have a couple memories. The
Okay.
first one was when I got out from work when I was a cast member and met up with Jess in California Adventure to hand her some gifts that I had got for her, and I got to meet her entire family as well. Her family immediately invited me in during their trip, and I got to spend a few hours with them in the parks.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good day. That was a whole. Yeah, we had fun with Patrick. The second memory is the story that Jess told about her dad on Splash Mountain. It's an incredibly funny story about the time they made it to the front of the queue, which I thought and regret not doing, and not doing about reenacting what her dad did when they were getting into the log flume when I went with my first time on Splash with the crew.
Yeah. Well, Patrick, we would not have let you do that.
No.
Have done
No,
that.
you wouldn't have been able to pull
No.
an Alex. That's what
No,
we're going to call
I
it.
was right behind you, and you weren't going anywhere.
No.
You were stuck with us.
Front row.
And the last one, this is from Laura.
Laura.
One
Okay.
of our,
Okay. Hello, Laura.
She said, first of all, I'd like to say that I've missed having Jess on the air the last couple episodes. Love you guys and Shannon, but it will be nice to hear her voice again. The witty banter between the three of you is what keeps me coming back episode after episode and re-listening.
Oh, geez.
I haven't found another podcast that makes me forget about my long drive like yours does. I second the above comment. Jess's story about her dad in Splash Mountain is gold. I love hearing her voice about Phantasmic, and as it is my favorite show, it is her favorite show. Even though they replaced Peter Pan and Hook on the pirate ship, listening to Jess get irritated when you guys go too far down the Star Wars rabbit hole always cracks me up.
That never happens. What are you
Never.
talking about?
I enjoy her cast member stories as it takes me back to my CM days in the early 90s.
Oh.
It's fun reliving those days through her memories. Thank you for a great podcast, and I look forward to many more.
Well, that's
Thank
very
you.
kind.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Isn't that wonderful? That was
Yeah.
so sweet.
Maybe we can have her on. You guys could swap CM stories.
Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yes.
I'll contact her.
Yeah. Cool.
That is so much fun. So that's all I have.
Okay.
But that's it. It was just a quick tidbit, just because I didn't know how much time we were going to have with Marcy this evening, and I
Okay.
didn't want to take up too much of Marcy time.
Oh yes.
So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the kind words, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I'll jump on.
Okay.
Since she brought it up, I'll bring it up. One of the things that I've said before is the fact that, hold on. The heck? Okay. When we introduced her way back when, was exactly that, the fact that her perspective and her experience and everything is deeply rooted in her life. And, you go through everything you go through, and Jess has been through a lot of different things, and Disney has always been like that, the home. And, and I just felt that having somebody here that is their core, how can you not go wrong? How could you go wrong, rather? How can you go wrong?
But like with us, how can you not go wrong?
Right. No, and I'm like, now that you pose a question, I wish I would have looked at it because I would have come up with my own. And I don't really have one because having you around has been, has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
As always. But I think I told you in a phone conversation, when you're here, the vibe is good. And
Yes.
we go off and we'll run around and we'll yell at each other and call each other names and do whatever.
And I can just basically pop popcorn.
Yep.
And listen to the show.
And the dynamic is something that is special. So
Yeah.
I'm incredibly grateful that you do this with us. It's never going to change how. So yeah.
I do love it.
Yeah.
You do love it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
So I'm not going anywhere.
Well, good. Good. I'm glad to hear that because it's like, we, since we're on the topic, yeah. I mean, I still always wanted to keep doing the show, and it's fun with Udi and I just going back and forth. But it's and Shannon's a good replacement to come in because she has her different. I mean, it's actually great when you two are here
Because we are different.
because you guys go at it. But having you on here is great because you, much like, and I just learned this like 2 weeks ago. Much like Udi's brother, you can very much shut Udi up, and that's great. And I just love it because I get like 2 hours of it when he and I go bike riding. But Derek and I have zero comebacks with Udi. I just listen, and most of the stuff he says is accurate. Some of it's kind of like, Udi, come on, man. But his brother knows him well enough, and this will put him in his place, and that is the best thing. And you do the same. He's saying no, but I'm sitting there going, this is awesome. And same thing,
He's
Jess.
high-fiving you when we start getting it. He's like, yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, but like the show is just absolutely not the same when you're not here. So we try to piecemeal it together and come up with crazy topics, but no, it's always good.
You guys
When you're not
do
here,
great.
yeah. When you're not here, we miss you too.
We do.
You guys do great.
Yeah.
So
We don't. We just kind of scotch tape it together. We can talk about.
at least you don't have
duct tape.
to. You don't have to eat disgusting jelly beans when I'm not around.
Oh, I don't mind that. It's funny.
I do.
Udi minds.
No.
Oh, Udi's only got one bad one.
I think you've only gotten
Wait.
one or two bad ones. Mark's the one that's either gotten ones that taste really bad, or he can't tell if it's a
Right.
good tasting one or a bad tasting one.
Yeah, his was either going to be like toothpaste or mint.
Or mint, and you got mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you really haven't had. I think you had. Was it dog food? The one
Yeah.
you had to spit out.
Yeah.
That was your bad one. And I mean that's pretty bad, but it's not a rotten egg or a stinky sock.
Or
Yeah.
lawn clippings.
Lawn clippings.
Yep. Yep.
Don't worry, my mom will put more in my stocking this year, and then it'll be replenished.
No.
No, that's totally fine with that. with me.
No.
So thank you everyone for everything, like all that. That's really nice, and I wanted to know some favorite moments
Yeah.
because I know that there's been 91 different episodes with lots of moments and
Lots
things
of
that I
good-
have said.
Yes, which we've actually captured.
Yeah.
So we'll have to put that on there. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, while we're here, I like to think about maybe doing a special 100 episode somewhere.
But yes, an episode somewhere. We should do a live episode where anybody that's local can come hang out with us.
For the 100th?
I have an idea of where.
Where?
Jungle Bird.
What?
Oh,
Jungle Bird
Where's that?
downtown.
Oh, so far.
Oh my Lord.
It's like so far.
We'll have everybody come here and then.
That's fine. We can have a line out the door.
oh yeah.
And everyone can come to the hideaway.
Speaking of people who were close and didn't show up, you see Michael Burke was close?
Yeah, I commented. I told him. I sent him a message and I said, you were in town and you didn't tell the LTP.
I know. I said the same thing. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, he was with his family. He didn't know how long he was going to be here.
I don't care.
So I said, all right, because
Where was he?
he was in Old Sac.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was right there on the bridge.
right around the corner.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I said, well, next time. I said, well, let it slide this time.
Yes, this time.
Just this time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, excellent for one-on-one with Jess. We can't wait to hear more of that stuff.
I'm sure that there'll be more because I only
need to-
posted a few days ago. So
Okay, well, we need some more cast member stories, though, I think, from you. You gotta
Lord
dig deep.
have mercy.
There's gotta be some
I
stuff.
gotta dig deep.
Well,
Well,
an old woman now. 10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
You mean you were like 13 when you started?
I know, right?
Mark.
Yeah.
I was 20. Holy crap.
Oh.
It was a long time ago.
Yep. No, and I always
think
said I remember it.
today-
I remember it like it was yesterday, driving down the whole thing. Yeah.
I think today would have been the day that Shannon left and flew back home because she was with me for a few days. And then I was alone for like 2. And then I had 2 days of work and then didn't have to work for a week and drove home. Stayed home for a week.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I remember all of that. Yeah.
all good things.
All good things. All right. Well, that will wrap up one-on-one with Jess. Now let's go to our feature presentation.
And now for our feature presentation.
Looking at Leaving Today? Leaving Today podcast has partnered with getawaytoday.com, where discount tickets to Disneyland and hotel packages are available. Use our code leavingtodaypod for $10 off all packages that are already at low prices. That's getawaytoday.com.
Hey there, LTP listeners. We want to welcome a very special guest, a returning guest, and we consider her part of the LTP family. It's Marcy Smothers. Hello, Marcy.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Marcy.
How's it going?
Well, you know, I have been writing all day about Walt's Disneyland, and you guys called. I actually turned off my Main Street music collection that I've been collecting. As my inspiration to write. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. How about you guys?
We are doing really good. Just busy with work and just busy getting the podcast out and trying to expand some things with the show, thinking of some new ideas and some new topics and stuff and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Well, tell me, what are we talking about today besides the best place and the happiest place?
Well, yeah. So the last time you had you on the show, of course, we talked about your fabulous book, Eat Like Walt, and we got some listeners to buy it, and they love it, and we think it's a great book. And of course, then we saw you and you were so kind to show up at the museum and hang out with us for a few hours. That was
thank you again for that.
Epic. Yeah. Epic. And then the last time we saw you, Udi and I stumbled into your office, also known as the Plaza Inn. Yep. And we talked for a little bit there. And that's where we are. So I thought tonight we would probably let you talk about maybe what you can share about your new writing project. And then maybe we'll talk about Disneyland a little bit.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me back on your podcast. I always appreciate to be with all of you and your listeners. And yes, Plaza Inn is one of my favorite offices. I write all around Disneyland. I write for my audience, with my audience, at Disneyland, because I feel that one feels Walt there. And so I move from place to place depending on what I'm feeling or writing about. But I have to say the Plaza Inn is one of my favorite offices because outside on the patio, there is an electrical plug to recharge both your phone and it's tucked into this corner where nobody really sees you or somehow wants to eat, even though it's like the best view on the east side or the west side. So anyway, so now I am writing a book that won't come out until 2021.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. So it's a lot. I tell my friends that my word count to research ratio is insane and out of control. But the research, it might take, 5. It's like reality TV. For every hour you see, it probably is 50 hours of taping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So what I'm trying to do, what I am doing, is preserving Walt's legacy and making sure that his presence in Disneyland is recognized for generations to come. So it's a guide to Disneyland. It's called Walt's Disneyland, A Walk in the Park with Walt Disney. And it's a guide to Disneyland told in Walt's words or those that built Disneyland with him. And just like Eat Like Walt, no exceptions, everybody knew Walt. No third person. So this book has taken me all over, not just the Walt Disney Archives and the Walt Disney Imagineering Archives, but to other collections in the country that have things about Walt building Disneyland. And I spend 3 hours there and get one line, but it's the line we want. So.
Wow.
And I have to make us cry.
Yep, yeah. Of course. You will get there.
Of course, yeah. So,
you will cry.
Well, so during the research of this new book, where have you been able, you've been able to go to some pretty exclusive places, I imagine, right?
They're not exclusive. They are not exclusive. They are places, but you may not know about them, and they may be too obscure for the everyday average fan of Disneyland, but they're places like Tucson or to the Margaret Carrick Academy Library where there are some special collections that have things about Disneyland. They're not much, but some things. And then, constantly trying to make contact. Since I talked to you guys last, in Tucson, I went to go visit Jack Taylor, and Jack Taylor is the Imagineer, the engineer that helped invent audio animatronics.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So he was there from day one with Mr. Lincoln and then on to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Wow. And he is sort of sort of an unknown Imagineer, but a critically important one. So, you never know. I mean, you just keep meeting people, and this community is so generous. We share information, and that's how it rolls.
Jeez.
Wow. Oh,
awesome.
I can't wait. That's so exciting.
Well, first of all, we have to figure out when everyone's going to be at Disneyland together. That's the thing.
True.
So,
yes.
Yes.
So I'm very curious because I can't talk that much about the book. I'm not trying to be coy.
No, we understand.
Yeah. But I would like to know what y'all thought of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Who wants to go first?
Well, so yeah, I can go first.
Okay.
And because we recorded a special show on this, and I've said this on air before, is that I was kind of on Jess's side of the fence, where I didn't want to give up everything we lost in order to get Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I love Star Wars, but I love the park more than Star Wars, and so I was very hesitant about that. But now I'm kind of like, all right, I sort of see what they're doing, and my end thought was like, if I don't really want to go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, my day at Disneyland is really not impacted. I can do everything that I love. And do everything without even going near Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But that being said, I love the detail. I love the design. I love the potential of what's going to happen there. And I especially love the transitions from Critter Country into Galaxy's Edge and Frontierland into Galaxy's Edge and Fantasyland into Galaxy's Edge. So that's my quick view from 10,000 feet.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm going to be right in that same ballpark that, very worried. And one of the things I was very worried about is how they're going to create a line between, the park and then the land. And in my opinion, they've done an amazing job at that. They did really, really well at making sure that we didn't get a crossover, a bleed over, and that is fantastic. And then kind of going off with what, like Mark said, the potential is huge, and there are missing elements, clearly open spots where they need to be filled. Yeah, but overall, theming fantastic, detail beyond. I mean, I talk about how when I walked onto the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon and how I felt and everything, and a lot of it they hit so well.
Yeah.
Okay, Jess, what do you think?
I actually still haven't been yet.
Oh.
I know. I haven't been yet, but Shannon and I will have a trip hopefully early next year where we can go and experience it.
I'm kind of really pretty much in agreement. At first I thought, like a lot of people, should it be at Disneyland? But I agree. I think it fits in seamlessly. And the entrances and the exits and the storytelling and the immersiveness. And I don't know that much about Star Wars. I know enough that I start talking with people pretending like I know about Star Wars, but they're so fun, even though I have no idea what I'm saying. And I have done the Millennium Falcon twice. One time as a pilot and one time as an engineer. I haven't been a gunner yet. I really want to do that.
I haven't either. Yeah.
But when you go as a single rider, I got in pretty quickly, and people assume that what I found was you think you'll never get to be the pilot if you're a single rider. But the first time I went on the Falcon, all these people, nobody wanted to do it. So I got to be the pilot, So that was super fun. I thought it was an exceptional attraction, and I really enjoy it, and I'm glad it's there. And I'm going to Walt Disney World in a week for work, and I'm curious to see how Star Wars Galaxy's Edge fits in there at Hollywood Studios.
Right.
Awesome.
It'd be great. I mean, I think it really belongs there. I mean, now obviously that's
So what did you think about the food over there, though?
I've only had, was it the Rondo, the sausage dealie?
Oh,
yeah.
How was that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to try the blue milk for anything. Those calories ain't worth it in Mercy. So, yeah. And I have not gotten into Olga's yet, and I keep thinking, I should make a reservation. and I haven't done that yet. So, but I've walked through it multiple times, and I had lunch a few weeks ago with Kim Irvine, who's the lead Imagineer at Disneyland.
Yes.
And I was so excited to be able to tell her genuinely how much I loved it. I really enjoy it. I think it's spectacular. Anyway, that's Star Wars Land. That's not Walt's Land, but worth the discussion.
Well, that's good.
I think a lot of people who were kind of on the fence about it, I kind of tried to urge people, look, you don't have to worry about the effect on the park. I think it stands on its own, and you don't have to worry about going anything else. You can go over there, and then like Mark was saying, you can completely leave, and it can affect none of your day. You can act like it's not even there.
Yep.
So I'm curious, if we go to really what we talk about, Disneyland, and what I work and strive so hard for, Walt's Disneyland, what is each of yours favorite original Walt Disney attraction? And by the way, in my book, although Walt never rode Pirates of the Caribbean, obviously that counts, so does the Mansion, because he was involved in it. Okay, go.
All right, Mark, you want to go first?
My favorite... I know you guys are going to say, oh, Mark, you're going to say the Matterhorn.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say.
And I still think it's iconic, but I'm telling you right now, I still, to this day, get the chills going on the Jungle Cruise at night. I think that is the best. I think it's the best thing, because even though we all know what the gags are, we all know what's going to happen. I just feel completely taken out of Anaheim, and we are out in the middle of nowhere, and something could happen that we've never seen before, even though it's not. But and just the whole part about coming back into Adventureland from that perspective, seeing the torches and hearing the jungle drums, and I think that is just my absolute favorite, to be honest.
Rudy?
Good call.
I have a tendency to lean to Pirates. I really do.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I really always have. It has been part of my life from a kid, and I'm going to go there. I mean, it's kind of an easy one to go with. It's his last one that he really worked on and whatnot. So I'm going to go with Pirates,
Yeah, I wouldn't think anything less.
Yep.
Oh, gosh. That's tough. That's so hard.
It really tough. Is, though, right?
Because I love, the Tiki Room.
That's Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
Yeah, get it
sorry,
right.
Walt Disney's.
You gotta say it right.
I am so sorry, Mark.
I was trying not to correct you on your show.
It's okay.
We got you covered.
Well, Marcy, you always have.
You have carte blanche. Go for it.
Yes, for sure. But it's been more of a recent, I would say, within the past couple of years, is the Haunted Mansion. And that was not one when I was younger, wasn't one of my go-tos, but there's just something about I love it. When you walk in and you get that cool air, and you get that kind of like that eerie feeling, even though you know what's going to happen. And it's just, I don't know. There's just something about it that it hits me, and I love it at night.
At night. See, that was not what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
The only obvious answer is the one you worked on.
Oh, Storybook?
I mean, that was Walt in a nutshell with all his miniatures.
Book. I do love Book. I do. But there's something about Mansion.
Yep.
Yes. See, I stepped out of that cast member mindset, with that one.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's a solid answer. Marcy?
Well, first of all, I applaud all your answers. There is no wrong answer, right? And it can change, like Jess says, from time to time. I can say that I have just been learning so much about every attraction you guys just talked about, and it from Walt's perspective, and it makes it 10 times more exciting for me.
I bet.
That being said, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room has a very special place in my heart. But if I have to pick the one where I get the chills and I cry, and it's Pirates of the Caribbean, and that comes back for so many people. I think I'm not alone. And that was the ride I rode with my grandfather when I was a kid. He's the one that took me to Disneyland once a year. He saved all year to take us. He was a pool salesman, and I can still get on that attraction, and be in whatever seat I'm in and feel my grandfather say, "Oh, wow." I just couldn't imagine that, whoa. That gives me the biggest chill bumps.
Yeah.
But you're right about Storybook. And Jess, I mean, I was just reading something today in Walt's words about how he was acting out a scene for that attraction. And I'm thinking, that's what I'm so excited to bring to. It's just like Walt talking about those attractions in his words. It's crazy. It gives me, you talk about cry factor, goosebump factor, laugh out loud factor. You know, it's just so exciting because it's Walt at Disneyland. So
see, I can't wait. I'm going to love that so much.
So I hope so. It's my privilege. I'm the lucky one that gets to ride it.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, man. Yep.
And how do you think the tone of the book is shaped writing from the park versus writing from like your kitchen or your wherever your den or study at home?
Yeah, well, it is. I'm very specific and quite serious about how I break it all up. So when I have a lot of research to do, I wish I could. One day I'll send you guys a shot of my office with all my books and pages. Even though it's a digital world, you know, so much of Walt wasn't. So I have masses of information around me. So what I do is I compile everything, and I'm very organized, and I put it all into my Dropbox files based on blah blah blah, whatever it is, land, this, that, this. And then when it's time to actually write about that part of Disneyland, I like to be there to do it. So really, I can't bring my books. I live in Sonoma County, and nor do I want to. So it's just sort of I prepare, and then I go down, and I kind of have a template of what I want to do when I'm there. And also very important to me is to listen. And the reason it's like a walk in the park with Walt Disney is because Walt loved to put on disguises and wait in line and listen. And, you know, he was one of the most famous men on the planet, so that disguise thing was not so easy to pull off, but he did. And one of my favorite stories that I can share is after he wrote a particular attraction, and he was waiting in line with the people, then they got off the attraction, and this family says, "Wow, thank you. It's incredible how much you knew about that before we got on." Guys, he says, "Oh, Walt Disney," you know?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he was just like so excited to say, it's me, you know? So, yeah, so the walking, waiting in line, listening, gathering information at Disneyland, and then writing about the particular things that I'm writing about in the book are the two things, and then absorbing Walt's DNA, and, fourth, attending the flag retreat, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Feel very connected to Walt and all the people that put that on, all the great people. So those are the reasons that I go, and I feel that it's reflected in how I write. So,
wow.
I'm glad you do the flag retreat. I do that every time I go. I love that. I love that so much.
It's one of the most, I say it's the most underrated and unknown attractions at Disneyland.
Completely agree.
Two photographs, only two in the Walt Disney Photo Archives of the opening day flag retreat.
Oh, wow.
So in addition to all the words and the history, there are photographs, some of which have never been seen. I don't know the degree to which, I use the chill factor. If I look at something and I think, wow, there is Walt. Like the first day the canoes went out on the rivers of America, there's Walt in the canoe. No, seriously.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, it's like he's looking around, and the wonder that he's looking around like, this is my canoe. And that is part is the pictures tell the story, and then sometimes the words tell the story, and you put those two together. Hopefully it'll be what you guys want to hear and read in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, my mind is going everywhere now that as you're going along, my mind is like, you know, I'm trying to, I like digging into people's minds and why they think, and I'm like, I think I'm going to be fascinated by this, because when you hear it from them and then you see it, I mean, what kind of a translation is that going to be, and how amazing is that going to be? I can't wait. Like, I'm running around everywhere, like my mind's like, oh, what about over here, and what about over here? Yeah. What do you say about that? What do you say about that? And, you know, and I keep on saying that one of the things that grounds us in that park is the fact that we walk along, and we know he walked there. You know, we stand in the same places that he has, and that is like a connection that is difficult to, mimic. Yeah. You know, it's real. And,
excuse me, I was just going to say that there are so many other things like trees and blah, 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 and blah, 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 because I can't give it away yet, that all had things to do with that even you guys and your listeners that are some of the most, savvy, acute, lover, I don't think you know it. Again, I figure I don't know it, that's, and that's a lot of the time, quite frankly. So like every little thing, and I can't write this book for people that know everything. I hope that I can find something for them, but it's for the people like when Walt had, his newspaper for Main Street USA, or these souvenir guides, the idea was that the guests would leave them on their coffee table, and then other people would look at them and they would talk about Disneyland all around the world, even if they could never get to Disneyland, And so I also take that approach, if this is your first time or your 100th time, I hope to appeal to you. Or if you can never get there, I hope you feel like you're with Walt at his Disneyland.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an incredible feeling, to give to people, especially the ones that can't go.
Absolutely.
It's a book about feelings, not facts, ultimately.
Oh, great.
Good. Yeah. I like it.
So it's going to be like a healthy mix of words and some new pictures we haven't seen before. Is
that's my plan?
Okay.
I mean, so I think so, but I will bring that to you.
Oh,
there's
awesome.
a lot of things that go between the Marcinator sitting by yourself writing a book, and then you bring in all the other elements of the wonderful. It's like cooking. It takes many cooks to make a great meal sometimes. And even though I like to cook by myself, it's this thing. There are not too many cooks in the kitchen. When it comes to a book, in my opinion, it's only my third book, but all the outside opinions, including being vetted by the archivists, there's one thing that I've asked to enter into Disneyland history that I got approval for that has never been done or allowed. Yeah. So those kind of things are very exciting, but it's a long process from here to there. But the most important thing is, as I shared with you guys, is I have to say goodbye. I love being with y'all, but I have another thing coming up. But Herbie Ryman said it best. It's what guided me with Eat Like Walt. And again, it guides me with Walt's Disneyland, A Walk in the Park with Walt Disney, is this. It's a privilege and a duty to present Walt as a human being, a person that can be known, someone you can be close to. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is making sure that people remember Walt, feel close to him, and know him as a human being.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh, yep. Marcy, you are wonderful.
You guys are wonderful. We have to go to figure out when we can all be at Disneyland together in 2020.
Yes, that would be great.
That would be great.
Mark, do you have any last questions? Really?
Did you have to go now, Marcy?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, no, you can ask me a last question. I mean, it's like,
no, I've got tons of questions for you, Marcy.
Go ahead. Just
I guess what I was thinking of.
Speed questions. Go.
Oh, this isn't a speed question. I just was kind of thinking as you're writing this. Again, this is like a big labor of love that you're doing this, and I know that when you were doing the notes and research for your original book, Eat Like Walt, that you probably had access to Diane Disney Miller and bounced ideas off of her. Maybe I'm thinking, or at least sent her information that she could either approve of or give you more information. Is that kind of how the first book worked?
Well, I knew Diane.
Yes.
Personally, I mean, a little bit through mutual acquaintance, but I knew her, and I knew her daughter, Jenny Goff, and who helped me tremendously with the book. But however, Diane passed away before I sold the book. So when I say that everybody in Eat Like Walt and everybody in A Walk in the Park with Walt Disney knew Walt, no exceptions, what that means is if I don't interview them in person, there are plenty of archived interviews that I can refer to. And so with Diane, her quotes in Eat Like Walt and in the next book are from archival research.
Okay.
Same, obviously, with Herb Ryman. I mean, John Hench, all the great ones that built Disneyland, Dick Irvine, Dick Nunes, all the guys and women, Harriet Burns, Alice Davis, Leota Toombs, that built Disneyland with Walt. I can still include them in the book because, thank goodness to Dave Smith and the people that followed him, we have the Walt Disney Archives, and we have these conversations recorded.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, good. That was perfect.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, we will try to make it. We will make it work in 2020 to all meet up there, and hopefully we can get that going. All right. So where can people find you, Marcy?
They can find me on Instagram. I actually decided that I had too many. I had 2 accounts for Instagram. So now I'm just at Food, Wine, Marcy on Instagram. And the Marcy represents Disneyland, but I also love food and wine. And on Twitter, also Food, Wine, Marcy. That's Marcy with a Y. And then my website, same thing, foodwinemarcy.com.
Awesome.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Marcy. We always love chatting with you.
Yes.
You guys too, and I really appreciate your support of Walt's legacy. You guys do what you can do. I do what I can do. Your listeners are doing what they can do, and together we will make sure that no one ever forgets this great, remarkable man. As Eric Severide said, we will never see the likes of him again. But we can honor him.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yep.
Oh, you almost had me there, Marcy. Almost. All right. Well.
Dig deeper next time.
Oh, we will.
I got to get the tissues.
Okay.
All right, Marcy, thank you so much, and you have a great night.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcy.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Marcy, for joining us. That was a really good episode and really good interview with her. Completely looking forward to this new project / book. Well, actually, it's a book. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
You know, like I said, my mind started running around like, oh my goodness, like how much are we gonna get?
Yeah.
And I know she can't, she couldn't go very deep and into what she's doing, and now we're teased.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
I mean, look at her work, and we know it's gonna be fantastic. Yeah.
And now I have all these questions I want to ask her. We could spend another half an hour with her.
Yeah, I know. And guess what? We're gonna have to just have her back on again.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
that's how it
solution.
works.
Yeah.
That's
Problem.
how it works.
Solution. There we go.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up episode number 94 for the Leaving Today podcast. Again, if you want to support us, you can go to a Patreon and go to Leaving Today podcast on Patreon, or you can go to our website, leavingtodaypodcast.com, click on the Patreon tab. It's all pretty simple there. $1, $3, or $5. And then leave us a kind note or a not so kind note and a review on iTunes. Yeah.
Waiting on you, Fernando.
Oh,
Fernando.
For what? Oh, he's going to give us a topic and be on the show?
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He is.
He's up. He's the next one on deck.
Okay. So episode 95 is coming up in a couple weeks. We don't know what we're talking about yet, but we'll let you know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Until then, Jess, where can people find you?
Let's see. Instagram is Storybook Jess, and then Facebook is Jessica Farfan, and then our Leaving Today podcast is for Facebook, Leaving Today space podcast.
Okay. For more witty banter, Udi.
You can find me on all of my socials, which are Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, all HAXGOALIE, haxgoalie.
Okay. Now, do you want to mention anything coming up with you? No. Okay. No. I'm joking.
I'll do it. We are going to be starting another podcast. I mentioned it before. I think I mentioned it, did I? Last show?
It's about Six Flags Discovery Kingdom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Totally, we're going to go. No. Completely not associated. It's going to be the Mando show. We have a little, 10-second snippet basically teasing and putting our flag in the ground going, this is going to be us. So.
Okay.
That show is going to be a weekly limited release review show, basically, of The Mandalorian, which will be coming out on Disney+. We will go into Mandalorian history. We're going to have myself, Joey from the Disney Universe podcast, and a couple other now he's spinning off.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a good friend of mine who spent time with my Bad or Bad show. Huge Mandalorian fan.
Yeah.
His name is Chad. And then rounding out the crew is going to be my older brother, my brother Derek, who's an amazing tattoo artist. But we have you're going to notice on the show the dynamic between he and I. We have very similar thoughts, but we will bait and argue back and forth about
that's you and Derek.
Me and my brother Derek. So
yes.
That's going to be the four of us, and we're going to start off the show pretty much with a kind of a what we expect and what we hope, and kind of talk about what we like about it, and then we're going to roll in. It's not going to be for another month, probably. I'm guessing before that premiere will will come out. But yeah.
So is it going to be like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, hearing it. So when The Mandalorian comes out, is it all coming out in one bulk load? Yeah, okay, good. So you're going to review every episode.
Correct.
Good.
We're gonna,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's going to be 8 to 10, and basically it's going to be 8 to 10 weeks and limited release. We're going boom, boom, boom.
Good.
I hope, depending on how it moves and what we start getting news-wise, maybe we'll go Obi-Wan, maybe we'll bring in Obi-Wan, maybe we'll expand out. But right now, the plan is a small little window.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
Yep.
All right. If you want to send the show any information or any notes or messages, you can send us email at info@leavingtodaypodcast.com. Or you can follow us on Instagram at leavingtodaypodcast. And as Jess said, all of our Facebook stuff is Leaving Today Podcast. Twitter's Leaving Today Pod. All right. Thank you so much for listening. It means everything to us that you take time out of your day and your drive and stuff to join us. Yeah. So episode 100 is coming up. And I'm just gonna get you guys. If you guys want to maybe take some time, I'm just not gonna be or bashful about this. Maybe send us a note or a message or a video or audio about what the show has meant to you for the last 4 years. How it's, I don't know, if you know what you like about it, what it means to you, and all that kind of stuff. Because 100 episodes is a lot more than I thought we would ever get to. Honestly, I thought we'd get to about 6 or 7. But so that's kind of beat that record. And we hope to do like another 100 more, at least, right? So anyways, just, you know, and it's shameless that I'm doing this, but I might as well do it. All right, so conjure up your thoughts, I guess. Until then, we will see you guys in the parks.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I am exhausted. I think I need a break. A little break? Okay.
Hey, Jess, what are you eating?
Hey, Jess, talk to me right now.
I don't know what it's
you
called.
should have
It's
left
called
it.
like a...
Is it a taco?
Chiho.
You should have left it in your mouth.
I don't know. It's chocolate, and it's from Sprouts,
Chai.
and it's
Chai.
2 for $5.
Chow.
It's Chow. And it's from
Chow.
Berkeley. Crafted in Berkeley.
Oh,
Chow.
good.
It's local, and it's supposed to be healthier for you. It's like better bean to better bar.
There you go.
That's all I know.
Sure, why not?
It's like it's chocolate. That's all I care about right now.
Okay.
Chocolate.
I like being able to touch and make it bigger.
Right? That's what she said. Hit it and quit it. Put it more in the corner, Rudy. So that you're not like bending the new leaf that just came out, you know. So, but anyways, for dinner, do you want to stop at the grocery store and pick up like a lasagna? I just needed something sweet to get me through the fucking...
But look, I got Jelly Bellies.
Lasagna, chocolate.
Oh.
Dark chocolate with almonds and sea salt.
Because I like making you angry.
No. I like making her.
Sugar.
You what?
Sugar. Nope.
Let me see it.
Nope.
Let me see it.
You know, if I take it off, it locks and no one can touch it.
That's fine. I'm not gonna. You don't have to take it off.
Oh my God, but you make me hot.
And I don't know why. Why do you? Okay.
Because you are a sarcastic,
Drink your alcohol that's way too strong.
way too strong.
No, I want the full song.
That's all you're going to get. All right, I'm shutting this thing down.
Okay.
Every woman has the best voice.
That's
I need
what
to
I'm
take
saying.
my meat out of the fridge.
I'm going to smack you in the face.
That was the best one so far.
I know, right?
Kitty.
It's like a breath of fresh air.
Boy, was my face red.